Hello everybody and welcome to this video. My name is Dan Lopez and I'm the application specialist for Tekla PowerFab. In today's clip, I'll cover a new feature that was recently released on the service pack number 2 of the 2021 version of Tekla APM. If you have already upgraded, you may have already noticed this new tool, but I want to make sure that most of the people is aware and know the details of this actual function. This new tool can be found from the pull-down menu in the requisitions or the purchase orders, and it allows you to export CNC files, drawings, or both of them, either for a select group of items or the displayed items of the screen. This tool can become very handy for cut-to-length purchase orders and for organizing information for subcontract parts. To give you an example of this workflow, let me just go ahead and pull this production control job into my screen. And let's analyze first a very relevant functionality for this tool. It will actually modify the NC1 files that you are exporting for partial quantities based on your selection. To fully understand what this means, let me give you an example. We have the P49 here, and you can see that that apparently can be found in several assemblies. So what I will do is just set a filter here in production control, and let me just go ahead and filter all my P49. And all right, so there we go. We have, according to the summary grid here on the top, 96 parts that are P49. Some of those, as you can see, are phase number 3, some are phase number 1. So this is a good example because we have 96 in total. The actual CNC that I have on my database, it will have that because that's what we are reading out of Tekla structures, right? If I go here and find the P49 real quick, and let me just view that file to prove my point. So this is the CNC file, and as you can see here, it's 96 parts, which is the same or match the same as my bill of materials. Let's just go ahead and say I only want to buy the sequence 1 and sequence 2 of the P49. Everything else, I'll take care of that. So what I can do from here is just go and export those parts into a requisition. I'll just go ahead and say, let me just go ahead and create a new requisition, which for this example, I'll just call P49 just to kind of prove the point. And that's a P49, and I'll just add the extra filter for phase number 1 and phase number 2. Import those parts. This will finish the process for me if I minimize my production control job for a little bit. And let me just go ahead and pull my requisition on my screen. So here are the plates that we exported, 32 out of the phase number 1 and 32 out of the phase number 2. If I go to the pull down menu and go through the export files, export CNC and drawings for the displayed items, for example, I'll just go and pull this into this folder on my desktop. And this takes care of that. So if I pull that folder just to see what is inside, there is coming here into my second screen. Let me just move this in place. We have a folder for the CNC files and a folder for the drawings. What I want to show you now is this P49NC1. If I open that into my screen, you can notice now that it only says 64 because that's the amount that we are exporting. So you will avoid confusion with subcontractors about sending a CNC file that says the total amount of parts that you have detailed until that point of the project, but only requires certain amount of those. It just avoids that complication and avoids that problem or that kind of confusion. This is very, very helpful for those shops buying cut to length parts. Now, the main use of this is not only, modifying the CNC files that you're exporting, right? I could simply come here to my production control job. Let me just remove my filter. And maybe I am buying all the angles, for example. But for now, I will say only the phase 1 will be what I will be getting right away. So let me just go ahead and make that selection and send that directly to a purchase order this time. I'll send my selection to this purchase order that I have already here created. Import those items. All right. And then let me just go ahead and show you once again from the purchase order. If I open this one and go through my purchase order pull down menu at the very top, and then all the way to the bottom to other options and export files. export CNC and drawings. I will do both and just create my file with the content. If you are missing any files, this will actually warn you, so you will be aware of that and you can make sure that you have everything completed before to submit those documents. I hope you guys find this very helpful. Let us know if you have any questions. Please don't hesitate to contact your help desk area. And as always, thank you for watching.